Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Hope your week has gone well. Today, I want to share a little insight that just smacked me in the face this week. Earlier, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, my son had come by the office to go do his CrossFit class, and as he left, he left Dad a little note. So when I got done with class, I came up and this little note was on my desk, and it said, "Have a great day, or not. The choice is yours." I'm like, wow, that's really profound. I think one of his teachers must say that on a daily basis. I just thought it was really cool. Didn't think much of it. The following day, I had some stuff happen to me where it was not really to me. That's part of the problem. A client of mine, I needed some information from someone that was doing work for one of my clients. Fairly simple. And the guy just refused to do it. I don't know if it was a power play or what. There was no reason for it. And that it really made me mad. And it shouldn't have, but it did. And to the point where I went back and forth with the guy asking for what my client needed. And the guy just came back and was trying to, I guess, upstage me by saying, well, you don't need this because X, Y, and Z doesn't need this. The bank doesn't need this, so you shouldn't need this. And I know my business, and I know how to best protect my clients. So it made me mad, and it drove me crazy to the point where I physically, when I thought of this guy, wanted to punch his face. And for those of you who know me, I'm not that. I don't get riled up at all. So I let this guy via email really take over 2 full days of my week this week. And for no reason. There was nothing for me to gain from this anger that was built up in me. And really, I was discussing it with other people, and the more I discussed it, the more mad I got, and the more I just wanted to punch the guy's face. And then I stepped back, and I think it was probably a day or so ago, I was like, wait a second. I'm going to tell this to my client, let him know what the deal is. And if he chooses to do something or not, it's up to him then. I've done my job. There's no sense in letting this other guy take up so much of my headspace. And so I pretty much dropped it. And the strange thing about this whole deal is that I listen to a podcast every morning after I drop the kids off to school, and there's a 20-minute ride back to my office. So I listen to a few podcasts, some industry related. I know I'm an insurance dork. The other one's just sort of a business related. And the guy's name is Garrett J. White. He does a podcast called Wake Up Warrior. Great podcast. I will say this. A lot of foul language, so don't listen to it with your kids in, and if that language offends you, don't listen to it. But one of his podcasts this week dealt with defining the win. Meaning, if you're wasting so much time, if you're letting something occupy your brain, what's the win in it for you? Is your win to better serve your client? Is your win to make more money, have more time, strengthen relationships? Or is the win simply just you being right? And I thought that was so profound, because in this whole scenario with this other guy, the only thing that I was really worried about, once we got into the weeds, of course, originally it was, I'm trying to do right by my client, but then it became not about that. It became about winning and being right versus this other guy. And whether he knew it or not, we were competing, and there was no win. I gained nothing from this whole battle. So Cooper, my 10-year-old, really profound. It's your decision whether your day is good or bad. So live in the space where you make every day great. Wake up, with something to do, something to prove, some reason to put your feet on the floor. Sorry it's been a week or so. Got busy, tied up over the last week or so. But make it a great weekend. Hopefully I'm going to go watch the American Assassin. I reread that book by Vince Flynn, who's now passed away. But hoping to go see that this weekend. I don't think I'll be able to talk the wife into going, so I might end up going by myself. So have a great weekend, and start the rest of your next week off in a very positive light. See you.